It was late October 1985 when the owner of Fox Valley Draft Horse Farms in Marengo, Illinois, Thomas J. Smrt, gave 6 matched black English Shire horses to the Army Caisson platoon at Fort Myer, Virginia. Those Shires are now serving the nation, pulling caissons during formal state and military funerals in Arlington National Cemetery. About a year later, the Army sent 3 members of the platoon to Fox Valley to accept another donation. This time, it was 2 gray Shires, appropriately named Commandant and Conqueror. Both horses are fine examples of the breed, standing about 17 hands high and weighing nearly 1,600 pounds. They are handsome, strong, and possess that special Shire quality, gentleness. After their arrival at the farm, the Chief Warrant Officer Tony Atkinson, Corporal Arnold Burks, and Private First Class Brad Rogers were greeted by Tom and told him how anxious they were to ride the new recruits. Corporal Burks chose to saddle Commandant, while Private Rogers selected Conqueror. Before this day, Commandant had been ridden only once. For Conqueror, this would be a brand new experience. He had never been ridden. Most horses would start bucking, even throw the rider, but not the Shires. They are famous for their gentle nature. The soldiers mounted up and were ready to go. True to their reputation, Commandant and Conqueror cooperated right from the start. The phrase, breaking a horse to ride, has little meaning for these gentle giants. After just a short time, the soldiers could see they were getting 2 very special horses for their platoon. Likewise, the Shires seemed to have developed a feeling toward the men. Try this on a horse that has never been ridden. Commandant shows a natural loyalty by following Corporal Burks, without a lead rope. We knew the Shires were becoming attached to the soldiers, but not this attached. Yes, it was clear the Shires were definitely Army material, adjusting to their new roles very quickly. They were ready to become members of one of the proudest teams in the world, the 3rd Infantry Regiment Caisson Platoon, also known as the Old Guard, a unit whose heritage spans more than 200 years. Today, the Old Guard has a dual mission: security of the nation's capital during times of emergency, and as the official Army ceremonial unit and escort to the President. So far, the soldiers were impressed by Commandant and Conqueror, but the big test was yet to come. The Shires were harnessed and hitched to a wagon. Prior to this, these 2 were in harness only 16 hours, but we were confident of their ability. Unlike most horses that require hundreds or even thousands of hours to be broken to drive, Commandant and Conqueror, as typical Shires, responded quietly, gently. They did their job, and well.
Come on, big boy. Here you go, sir.
Okay, thank you, John. Take good care of them.
We'll do it.
Here you go, Arnold. Go ahead and load them up.
After a long day's work, it was time for the trip to their new home, joining the other 6 shires at Fort Myer in service to the country. For the people of Fox Valley Draft Horse Farms, it was the moment for goodbyes to these beautiful horses. The day-to-day attention and closeness to these animals brings about a special love that must be felt to be truly understood. No one felt it more than Tom Smrt, who has an intense concern for the Shire horse breed. And so it was with a mixture of pride and sadness that Tom was giving the Gray Shires to the 3rd Infantry Regiment. To him, it was like saying goodbye to old friends. Tom left the final handing of the lead ropes to his youngest son, John. What better symbol of service than the Shire? Noble descendants of the medieval war horse, bred for their size, strength, and endurance for centuries, to serve mankind in war and in peace. Commandant and Conqueror will proudly serve with the 3rd Infantry Regiment Caisson Platoon in national ceremonies, paying tribute to America's heroes, past and present. Paying tribute to members of the armed forces who have dedicated themselves to preserving our precious freedom, the very core of the American spirit.